Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time, well, the coalition attacked, and I also went out and made myself a pretty harsh war here with Karakonlu, Sibir, the Mamluks, and of course Crimea. Tunisia also joined in, or Tunisia became war leader, and then they screwed me over by calling these three in, which of course is an issue. When it comes to the case here, I think what we'll actually do is, as I said, attempt to get a white peace with these guys, be a little bit wiser next time when we declare war. I made a horrible mistake here. I should have declared on Karakonlu, Hawkiee, Sibir, something like that, just to make sure that I didn't get the entirety of the alliance against me. To be perfectly honest, I didn't really expect, well, Crimea to be allied with Tunisia, so that was what screwed me over. I'll probably declare on Karakonlu next time, and we'll probably also start going a little bit more eastwards then. So there's a lot of potential here. The coalition, as you know, very big, very annoying, very much a nuisance to deal with. As long as I don't have to worry about England, I think I'm fine, because then we can conquer there. Castille and Aragon will most likely never calm down at all, so I'm a little bit unsure, but I should probably do a little bit of conquest in this area, since, well, everyone else hates me. So that is perfectly fine. When it comes to the French, I was considering here releasing Georgia to appease them, and I think that is actually exactly what I will have to do, and potentially something else as well. But I'm a little bit unsure on if I want to do that right now. If I want to try and get 1 or 2 points of war score by simply destroying this army here, I think I'm going to do that, but not really much else. So how are we doing now? What do they require from me? 63 points. 48 is from, as you know, 42 is from Georgia. So I'm missing, well, current piece of war score, French war exhaustion, Ottoman is making gains. Potentially I could try and drag this out, but let's face it, with the forces that are currently in play, I don't think I can do that in a very, well, good manner. I will most likely get screwed over no matter how I try to do that. So we'll not be doing, well, any of that. Is Trebizond worth 30% war score? Yeah, they have this province right here too, and also Naxos. So that's why they're worth 30% war score. Releasing Navarra? No. Releasing Münster? No. Maria? It's true. Two provinces are sudden. It's too close to Europe, I feel. So that is basically the reason why I don't really want to release anyone who is close to Europe or could potentially become a problem in the future, more or less. Albania, not really. I don't have any deals they want me to get rid of either. I could cancel Portugal, I could hand back some provinces. Gascon to, well, France per se, not really England. They don't really like that. And Lucia to Castille would be enough, but again, I don't really feel that is the way to go here. But I might not have a choice. Handing over one province to France, it could be very bad, but it's also potentially something that I can afford to do. But I'm a little bit unsure. I'll do a little bit more thinking, see if I can find a plan to get myself out of this, or something along those lines. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I have too much of a choice here. I'll most likely have to hand over a province here. Most likely the Gascon province, because I can't really hand anything over to Castille. They already have the ideas for a potential beginning of colonization, so I don't really want to give them that opportunity per se. So we're going to hand Gascon over to France. We're going to, wait a minute, we're going to clear the off first so I don't make any stupid decisions here. We're going to release Assos at Georgia. It shouldn't be a problem getting them again. That's really, that's the truth of the matter. Gascon is kind of important, but I can live with losing it. Also, potentially, that'll make France, well, leave the coalition so I can attack them. Take Poitou, Gascon, potentially the northern provinces here as well. Of course, without a casus belli, which would be kind of expensive, but to some extent it might be worth it. Roussillon, Languedoc, potentially just cut them off altogether here. We'll have to see. But for now, this is the peace deal I will be giving them. Now, the big question is, do I want to declare another war before we make peace? That is really the... that's the big question here. Provence, Bavaria, Morania. Provence does actually still be kind of a problematic child. But it could have been nice if they only had these two to just go for vassalization potentially, but doesn't look like that will be my... Doesn't look like I'll have that options. So I think we'll go with, as I said here, just hand over Gascon, release Georgia, fabricate claims, annex Georgia. It shouldn't be that much of a problem per se, but it's not the best solution. Let's just be honest about that. I should probably also try to get this army over here before we release them, but no, I'll just march into Abkhazia and then I'll be then I can march to Trebizond. That should also be solvable. So we'll do that. Again, I've used quite a lot of time to just, well, talk about this, even though nothing really has happened. But I think this is what we'll go for. If I continue this war, the only thing that will happen is that I will get punished, I'll lose all my manpower, and rather than doing that, we can use 5 years now of peace with the coalition to prepare ourselves for another war, fabricate claims on the Aragonese provinces, prepare ourselves to take out France, and hopefully Brittany as well. We can fabricate claims on Brittany too here, on 2 of their provinces, so we're not too shabby even with these concessions. Georgia is done in another 5 years. And I also got Reconquest on France, so I didn't lose my core. On Georgia, though, I lost every single core, which is a little bit, well, problematic. But it should be, again, it should be something I can live with. And also, I should be able to use these 2 armies to beat the enemies here. But with that said, we'll start fabricating claims on everything right away, and we'll probably get it back pretty damn quickly. And I'll also start fabricating claims on Karakonliu. We kind of want to cut them off here, I think. Take Circassia, Dagestan, Shirvan, and Karabagh. I think that is reasonable. So I'll do just that. I'll get back to you once we have everything set up for a battle in, well, in the area more or less, and we'll see how it goes. Could become very, very interesting, very, very fast. Just to give you a little bit of a well, show off here on how good my troops are compared to theirs. I'm barely losing troops here, and they are, well, 14 to 1,000. Granted, I did have the mountain bonus, so it's not really that surprising that I did win, but again, it does show just how powerful I am compared to, well, my enemies here. I can go for vassalizing Wallachia, and that will actually give me some bonuses here. I would rather just go for straight out annex, but I guess I have no choice. I'm going to cancel this mission because I don't really want to go after Genoa right away. They're not a threat, per se. I would rather go after the provinces they have in Europe before anything else. And hopefully I'll soon be able to see a little bit more of the colonization, or the lands that can be colonized. I'm still very, very surprised that England hasn't decided to join a coalition against me. That is, it's really surprising, let's just say that. But as long as they don't do that, I am perfectly capable of screwing them over. And I kind of like that. So we're going to keep on fabricating claims on the western coast here. And hopefully we can get this going pretty soon. But we'll just have to wait and see. I should probably also, as I said, consider building a navy. But for the time being, I'll leave things as they are. The only real issue is, of course, the, well, transportation of troops. But with the bigger alliances, having a big navy will make me, will force me to have a smaller standing army. So I'll... rather than screwing myself over that way, I will just keep going with what I have, more or less. It should be possible to get some good results going with, even with the weak army, so to speak, that I have. Genoa did actually leave the coalition, so potentially here I can use them to attack Venice. Again, Venice is not really anyone I want to fight, per se, right now. Naples could be a very tempting meal here, especially if Rome manages to take a Abruzzi. I do want to take Rome because the simple fact that if I take it, I'll get an extra missionary, and that will be really useful. Right now, as you can see, my religious unity, not that high, so we need to fix that. Military tech here has reached level 9 Star Fort. With that, we get the Janissary Infantry, and we can build a Star Fort. So, all in all, it's actually pretty good. Also, we are beating back our, well, enemies here, and as a result of that, we will, with this tech, most likely kick their asses so hard they won't dare to come back for, well, quite a while, I would presume. So we're going to allow this one to get back to full strength. We'll probably allow the province to be besieged as well. And then we'll start, again, hunt down their forces here. I'll also be doing, I think, a bit more conquest westward. The reason for that is, again, I need the aggressive expansion in Europe to cool down. But I also need high prestige in order for it to cool down faster. And that is why we will be doing, well, to some extent, some peace peacekeeping work, if you can call it that. Going to fabricate claim on Mingrella here, and with that we have claims on these 3 provinces that we will be going for as soon as everything is said and done here. Also, the 2 provinces that I want from Crimea will cost me 42% war score. We are not even close to getting over there. So I'll have to most likely march into Tunisia myself and be mean to them. We'll have to see if it comes to that though. For now, we'll prepare ourselves for potential wars against Castille, Brittany and France, both still in the coalition. Provence, Mantua and Friesland. Friesland is not in the coalition, but to claim one of them is kind of a awkward scenario. But we'll see. There's a lot of ways to get through everything here. Tuscany, for instance, Tyrone. Tyrone is in the coalition. Tuscany is not, I think at least. But this would of course mean that I also have to fight Austria. Tuscany, France, Naples, Savoy, and as you know here, Tyrone and Castille. So it's going to be a tough matchup no matter what I do. So if I want to do this, I think I need to have one army ready in basically Hungary. I think I can get military access from them. Yeah, I'll need to have one army ready in Hungary to just march over Austria, kick their asses. I'll need to have armies in Hispania to kick Castille's ass. Again, I would actually like to get rid of Castille, but I need to secure most of the coast before I can actually start doing those things, which is really, really awkward. But I might consider just going straight for Castille. I also need to get the Pope here to do what I want, and that is a little bit rougher than I anticipated. But potentially here, what I could do is declare war on Naples, pray to everything that is holy that Tuscany becomes world leader, and then they call in France. That could be one way to do that, because I believe the world leader can only change once. So again, there are some backdoor exits I can use, so to speak, here to my advantage, but we'll see how it plays out. For now, we'll just eradicate our enemy's armies here, and I think that will actually give me enough war score to end this war. I'll have to see if that is the case or not. I got a really bad setup there with 2 negative modifiers for a mountain and another one for terrain. So we're going to play that a little bit more careful. As you can see here, the the times to convert the provinces are really high, so I think we'll have to go with religious ideas next to speed that process up, especially since we are conquering a lot of land. So that is that. We'll see. I think I can win against these guys. I should probably add some cannons to this army though, but it is pretty powerful still, even without cannons. So we'll just hunt down our enemy's armies here, and once we've done that, I am, as I said, pretty sure we'll get to the deal we want and can continue up towards Muscovy. Hopefully that is, at least. And I also think by the time this war is done, that my truce with Georgia will have been up. Let's see here, 1503, so 2 more years, or 3. But I have claims on everything here, and they don't have any allies, so we're basically set there. But still, things could go badly. There we go, we have the war score after hunting down the Mamluk army. So this is what we'll be going for, these 2 provinces, which should give me a border with Muscovy, and potentially I will be able then to, well, make some moves toward them. I'm a little bit unsure how this will actually work, but as you can see, most people don't get that much aggressive expansion. But again, it's kind of annoying that France worries about me taking land up here after being a pain in the arse over here. So, not the best, but I guess I can live with it. So we'll be going for that deal. There we go. Well, Austria here is still kind of a, well, troublesome foe, but I don't really want to play with them just yet. We'll be coring these provinces ASAP. We'll have to wait for this core to be done before I can do the other one. I'll be moving this army here to keep the core safe, so to speak. We'll not be allying Kazan. And we've claimed our rival's province, Wessex. Conquer Levant. We'll be going for that one now. I think it's time that we start kicking Muscovy's ass, especially with the aggressive expansion I currently have with everyone, which means that I have to, well, make some pretty dodgy moves actually to get the wars that I want to have. We'll be taking the Mamluk lands for 2 reasons here. It'll give me a bigger base tax, or probably that's really poor wording from my side. It'll give me more religious unity. This thing is bouncing up and down as it feels like on its own, which is a little bit surprising. it seems like the Ottoman tolerance isn't actually firing if you have negative piety. I think that's a bug, but it seems to be the case, because this thing is jumping between 70 and 100 and something, really often. So that's a little bit weird. But we are definitely going after the Mamluks here, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem on its own. And potentially it might actually have these guys leave the coalition altogether. It'll give me a lot of prestige, and all in all it should help out quite a bit. Is my truce with the English... Oh, yeah, I can actually. I can go for another war here on the English, and they are allied with Aragon. This is too good to be true. It has to be. It has to be a dream. Anyways, this means that I can potentially now declare war on Aragon, although without a casus belli, and screw them over pretty harshly. Basically take Valencia and Girona, and potentially Pyreneo as well. Of course, negative, I don't have any claims, so what we are going to do is start fabricating a claim on Valencia. And I don't know how long I can dare to wait with the English before they potentially join the coalition. It's a wonder they haven't done that yet. But, yeah, I think we're actually going to fabricate a claim on Lancashire as well. And then we're going to play it safe from there. But, we'll see here. This could definitely be useful. Well, the Portuguese have some issues they need to deal with, but that's none of my concern. So, the plan for now is to get a couple of claims fabricated in Aragon. Probably 2 or 3. If I can actually get everyone, that would be pretty neat, but I do doubt that. And we need to definitely get ourselves up and moving towards Muscovy. We have Siberia here. We have Nogai actually being quite big, so they could actually have some trouble getting past here. But I definitely need to find someone that is allied with Muscovy here and declare war on them. Of course, unless I get myself up there some other way. But we'll see. With the amount of forces I have, I'm pretty sure also I can beat Muscovy in a straight-up war, but I don't really want to take any gambles here. So we'll wait and see. For now, this is where we'll leave it for now. But Georgia will most likely be taken care of next time. We'll probably have a war against England and Aragon. And all in all, it looks like we'll have a pretty fun episode next time. I'll see you around. Bye.